and welcome back to the FFT 1.3 Season 5 Tournament, Losers Bracket Series 3. Our contestants for this session are Melancthon and CT5Holy. Neither contestant is a stranger to these parts. Melancthon, frogging his way through the Losers Bracket since the beginning, he has a Chemist, a Thief, a Geomancer, and a Sage. And CT5Holy, shaking up his opponents with Earth damage, he has a Knight, a Sacred, a Monk, and a Priest. Now this match is a little tough to call. Neither team is very compatible with each other. The main features of Melanchthon's party, I'd say, are his Sage with Frog 2, and his Thief with 2 swords. Now that Thief has good compatibility with this Priest here, and it's unfortunate for the Priest, as the Priest depends on Abandon to keep herself alive. Unfortunately, Abandon is of no use against a Thief with innate Concentrate. However, that same Thief has worst compatibility with this Monk, so Melancthon cannot depend on the Thief alone to bring CT5Holy down. But if he can keep his attention on this Priest, then he will force either this Monk or this Knight on permanent resurrection duty. And that's a good thing for Melancthon, as I'd say CT5Holy has much more damage options than Melancthon has. So let's jump right into it. The first match has us at the Mondalia Plains. So, who will take it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme? We have we have Melancthon competing in the green, and CT5Holy in the brown. I love the Mondalia Plains. It was the first map I grinded on and threw away countless of my precious hours of my childhood. I'll never get those hours back. Teams moving forward. CT5Holy, having brought Haste of 2, hastes his entire team members. Melancthon is forced to do it in parts. And the Chemist making great use of the range of that gun to immediately deny the Sacred Haste and take away 50% of his HP in the process. Sacred retaliates with a Berserk, but it misses. Sage hitting Despair, taking out yet another haste, forcing that Priest to refresh the haste, rather than cure the Sacred. Sacred is death sentence now, though. But CT5Holy's Monk restores the HP of the Sacred. Misses the Geomancer, though, unfortunately. Got the gunshot against the Priest. I believe a frog spell is being charged. Rather, it was being charged, as she got mid-charged. Melancthon trying to deny CT5Holy haste, failing that time. And a Demi 2 or Demi? I didn't catch the name. Whatever it was, it hit. Bit of back and forth, the statuses. Not much success. And the Chemist goes down. An Earth Slash. Geomancer blocking that once again, as the Geomancer has Abandon. Sage gets up and is going to resurrect her Chemist. And succeeds. So Melancthon can breathe a little easier. As the Thief retreats to give more haste. More Repeating Fist brings down the Geomancer far from his party. Now there is a chance that that Sage can resurrect the Geomancer. And Death Sentence proving to be working very well for Melancthon, as the only unit left on CT5Holy's team is this Knight, now slowed with 4 speed. That Knight does have item, but with such low speed, he's not going to be able to sandbag very well at all. Especially considering that Melancthon has haste on his side. Thief gives his Sacred a raise. Sacred charges right in, and uses, quite foolishly, Mimic Titan, and kills himself in the process. So there's little doubt in my mind that that Sacred is going to voxelize if this match drags on. As he's completely far away from the Knight. The only one who I think could get to the Sacred is the Priest, but the Priest is down herself. Slow expires. Knight goes right for the Priest, but I believe it might be a lost cause at this point, as Melancthon will have no trouble staying on top of her. More chick damage. The Knight will be a little difficult to take down, as he does have defense up, and a lot of passive regen. The Sage is looking to end things with a frog. Kyo no tema, kore desu! Kaeru! Or frog. So put that frog in a pot, boil him for 15 minutes, and serve him to the panel of judges. Hell Ivy. Perhaps they're gonna smoke the frog in a bit of ivy to instill natural flavors. They fillet it. Alright, put that frog is now on the cutting board, and we're on to round 2. The cooking battle continues at the Yardau Fort City. We have Relish versus Dirt, and Dirt did not prove to be that succulent last round. CT5Holy is looking to change our minds and reinvent the way we see cuisine with a wave fist. Melancthon retaliates with a slash, but that is healed with a good use of Mimic Titan. Thief, or sorry, the Knight, working on denying the Melancthon his speed advantage. That CT5Holy had problems with that speed advantage last match. More frogs! Now if that hit the Priest, I believe it would have been all over already. Or at least CT5Holy would be at a very huge disadvantage if he's not already. Frogs taking damage bonus from that elemental. Frogs, harmless, have to retreat. Catches a Maiden's Kiss from the Knight. So one of 2 frogs have been restored. CT5Holy does not want these frogs cooked this time. More frog. Wow! That totally backfired. Now 2 of Melancthon's units are frogs. And now Melancthon's item user is working on restoring the status. So 1 frog apiece. Indeed, frogs are the theme ingredient. The Chemist jumping on the ledge, on which he's throwing X potions at his team members, and Melancthon restores the final frog. Meanwhile, CT5Holy does not restore the frog, but resurrects the Priest, who I believe is trying to cast a Cure spell, but that gun denies it. And it will be very difficult for CT5Holy to get proper turn order to get a Cure spell off, as the Chemist has 11 speed, now hasted for 16 total speed. Mimic Titan hitting 2 units, bringing neither of them to critical. And now the Sacred gets death sentenced. So in 2 turns, we're going to be having beef on the cutting board. More frog, more misses. Cure spell goes off. So CT5Holy catches a break. Alas, she does have good compatibility against the Thief, and Thief has innate concentrate. So heal a spell or no, she's going to go down. And now the frog goes down, and things are quickly falling away from CT5Holy's grasp, as the Knight once again is frogged. So CT5Holy has lost all form of status, restoration, and revival. And the Sacred, with only 1 more turn to live after this, takes down the Chemist. But that's not going to do it. More revival. Last attempt, desperation, gets petrified. Not really necessary, as he would have died next turn anyway, but perhaps it just speeds things along here. Thief working to cut down that frog once again, and congratulations, Melancthon. You'll be moving on to the fourth series of matches. And CT5Holy, I'm sorry, but your time with us ends here.